Lesbian pop star arrested by Hong Kong police for activism. Pop singer and pro-democracy activist Denise Ho was arrested last week at her home by Hong Kong's National Security Police. She was released the next day. Ho was one of 7 people arrested during an operation targeting the pro-democracy online media group Stand News. Police have accused Ho and the others of conspiracy to publish seditious material, which CNN notes is a colonial-era crime. The pop star, who was born in Hong Kong but was raised in Canada, has been an outspoken critic of the Chinese and Hong Kong governments, appearing both at the UN and in front of the US Congress. She formerly served as a board member for Stand News. In a Facebook post after her arrest, Ho wrote, quote, "I am feeling okay. Friends who are concerned about me, please don't worry," end of quote. Stand News, a not-for-profit media outlet founded in 2014, announced its closure 10 hours after the raid. The Guardian reports that the National Security Department took boxes for evidence and froze almost $8 million in assets. This has been going on since what they call the umbrella movement. A lot of these kids that were protesting against the government have been leaving Hong Kong, migrating and being exiles in other countries because the Chinese government is going after them.
You know, so one of this is such a hard story to hear, even though I'm so happy to see how she can persist and has her activism at the forefront of her identity. But those most vulnerable often tend to be the most outspoken. And there's something really powerful about this story in that way too, that is that despite all the difficult things that she's experiencing, that she remains headstrong and doing the really important work that needs to be done, fighting anti-democratic principles. Yeah.
Yeah, and this, this is another example, quite frankly, of people in power wanting to stay in power. I mean, the law is based on a colonial era law of the British trying to maintain power. And now you got the autocratic, Chinese government trying to do the same thing. Good for them. Another sad note, I think another pro-democracy news outlet actually just recently closed down also, besides the Strand, almost 24 hours after it closed too. So kudos for her for, speaking truth to power, and hopefully more people do it.
I'm not going to say anything about her name being a hoe, because it takes a hoe to know a hoe, and the hoe can sing. She really could sing. So you girl, keep your head up, all right? What you're doing, it takes someone with a lot of cojones to do what you're doing. So keep fighting.
LGBTQ+ news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out television network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBT